guys, this is Andrew from FEARPaintball.net doing another episode here of Hurt Locker Live. If you guys don't know what the Hurt Locker is, it is our article, I guess, in the Mission Masters e-zine or the e-magazine that they put out every year. I will post up some links down here so you guys can check out that. But during the off season, when we don't have Mission Masters games, I'm going to be doing these episodes. So I will post links to the two previous episodes where I first go over the Apex 2 and a couple other things, as well as the Trinity versus Ops Gear debate. And both of those videos also have a lot of talk about Call of Duty Black Ops, and that's near the end of each video. So this is going to be a long video. I'm going to put the times down here so you guys can just click on the times and go to whatever you want to watch. Couple different topics here, so we'll go over that. First one is a request from an X7 OG member, Paladin, and he requested me to show you guys basic how to put your helmet cam, if you have a helmet cam, on goggles. So I'll show you my setup, and it's not going to be universal, of course, because all goggles are different. And I'll show you these. I have the Slides right now, the Slide Profit goggles. I will be reverting back to my V-Force grill because that's my favorite mask right now. And they're super easy to mount on grills. But here's the helmet camera setup I have. This is on the Slides. As you can see, it is attached right here. I will show you how that is. It's either side. I can unstrap it here, remove it, put it on this side, and have it work just as well. Now right here, if you're looking at it straight, it kind of looks like it's pointing out that direction, and it's pointing kind of down. Well, when your face gets in it, it straightens it out a lot. Now I have noticed on the Slides that there is a lot more running motion, so because it's not as secure as it was on the grill. But I think the last Mission Masters FPS series that I did, this is what I was filming with. So let me take this off here. And the cool thing about the Contour HDs, now I recommend this helmet camera to anybody. I know there's helmet cameras out there like the Tachyon or Tachyon, however it's pronounced. There's the GoPro, and a couple others. I love the Contour. It's a little expensive, but it's worth every penny. It really is. Now, it just slides on and off like that, and it can be mounted, of course, on either side. Now, what you have here is just the simple goggle mount, goggle strap mount that it comes with, okay? And what I did, I'm not going to take it off because it's kind of difficult to take apart, but this little section, circular section here, pops out. It can be mounted different ways. You kind of bend this square section, and you can adjust it up and down on this circular axis here. So you can have it point up a little bit. You can have it point down a little bit. Whatever you want to do. How I got it attached on here. Now it's not going to come with a Surefire goggle mount. What I did, actually, and it drove me crazy trying to figure out how to do this to begin with. I knew I needed a strap of elastic, but I went everywhere. Craft stores, everywhere I could think of to try to find just a strip of elastic about that big and about that wide. That's all I really needed. Well, it turned out that I found some old knee pads that I used for paintball when I first started. And sure enough, they had the exact elastic pad or elastic strap size that I needed, and an added bonus, it came with Velcro. Okay, the inside of this circular thing for this mount, or the bottom of the circular mount here, has it for Velcro. It's Velcro ready. So I basically just made a little, I took that strap, I super glued it together. It's held on for 2 years now. So. And just stuck it on there, and there you go. Like I said, it's mounted to the strap right here. It's not mounted to the side piece. Now on the V-Force grill, it is mounted to the little piece that you would go in and take the you would push in, take the strap out. It's that little black piece or whatever color piece it is for your whatever goggles you're wearing. The little piece that comes out, it's actually mounted to that. It slips right in, goes on. Once you lock the goggles into place and lock it, it doesn't move. That's why I love the grill, because these things, like helmet cameras, can be easily mounted to these. Now, there's a video by a YouTuber, paintball YouTuber, I believe his name is Walt Hannes, and I talked about this in the first Contour HD overview I did. He's got his, he's also got a Contour. He has it mounted, I think, on events, I think. I'll post a link, and it should be on the screen right now, where you can click and go how to see how he put it on the events. So there's events, the profits, and the grill. But here's where I want to give you guys some tips. If you're mounting a helmet cam and you're doing it in such manner like this, putting on a strap, placement is very, very important. It's very dependent on what marker you use. Coming up on the screen right now, you should see a picture that I took just a while ago of me holding my EMAG, which would be considered a speedball type marker. Hopper is on the top of the marker, and the tank is on the gun, and it is left placed. I left the placed here on the right hand side of the goggles. Okay, it's really, really tricky with speedball markers, speedball type markers, and in that you really can't get a good angle on them if you're playing the way you should be playing. If you're playing corners right and everything. I'll show a couple different pictures as I'm talking here, and you'll see what I mean. Because if you're holding the marker like normal, like the first picture, just holding it like this, hopper's right here, you have a good vantage point. If you're hiding behind a bunker, poking out, you should be able to see, depending on the camera and depending on the placement, you should be able to see what you're shooting at. Now, here's where it comes in. If you're a lefty and you shoot lefty, put this on the other side. I'm sorry, I'm going to sound retarded when I say this. This is the left side, not the right side. I'm dumb. Put this on the other side, so you have it on the right side and you're holding the gun in the left hand, and that way you'll have the vantage point from over here. Now if you're switching hands, that's where the problem comes in, because if you watch our FPS video, I believe it is from the last Mission Masters game, if you watch it, which is Resident Evil, if you watch it, and you'll notice Varnell using his T2, he had his Contour mounted on this side of his goggles, on the right side, which made it all you could see really when you're doing that. Even if you're holding it in the left hand, if you're holding it in the left hand, you have it mounted on the right hand side, you're just going to see the hopper. That's all you're going to see. You're not going to see what you're shooting at. And if you have a big hopper like a what does he have? A Magna, I think. No, he doesn't have a Magna. Whatever the most recent hopper that Empire came out with, whatever it is, it's really big in the back. So that's all you could see, really. And the same thing if you're using like Tipman guns, or if you're using it with like a Cyclone feed, A5, X7, Phenom, even a 98 Custom, stuff along that line. If they have a Cyclone feed and if you have it mounted on this side of your goggles, all you're going to see is the Cyclone hopper. That's it. I mean, you might see a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right of the gun, but that's it. Now, it comes in differently if you're using a gun with a warp feed or a Q loader, or in special cases if you're using a gun with a longbow system that Spec Ops used to make. So like I had my old Tac, or my setup on my old Tac one was longbow, complete longbow setup. And if you look at the pictures, I'll have all this, and you can see what I'm talking about. You can mount this on either side, okay? You can mount it on either side with those kind of markers, and you're going to get a clear vantage point no matter what. With the Q loader, because the Q loader doesn't sit on top of the marker. It could sit to the bottom, it could sit to the left, to the right. Now, my situation is kind of different because I have my longbow set up now with the Q loader mounted on the right hand side. So when I'm holding the marker, if I have my helmet camera mounted on this side, you'll see the marker and you'll see the Q loader pod, but you won't have a big blob that's blocking up the top of your vision. You'll still be able to see where I'm shooting. Q loader, you don't have warp feed, you don't have to worry about anything because the hopper is down here. It's not up here or on the side or anything. And of course the longbow system is just one long stick mag. But that's one thing you have to really keep in mind. It's marker dependent, and where you put the helmet camera on the side of your helmet, or your goggles, does make a large impact. You have to test it before you take it to the field. Okay? And then using pistols as well. If you're using pistols or pumps that have vertical feeds, like the 10 round tube vertical feeds, stuff like that, you can get away with putting it on either side. But and if you're wearing like a tac helmet, like a the name is escaping me, like a military helmet, and you have the camera pointed up here, I haven't tried that out. I don't like that setup because it just adds another, couple inches to the top of your head, whereas the other ones is on the side and you're usually protecting that. But that way you're going to get more of a kind of a bird's eye view angle. I really don't like that, but it's up to, if that's what you like, that's what you like. So those are the tips I have. Hope that was informative for you, especially Paladin, since you asked for it. And if you have any more questions, just post up in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. So let's move along to the second topic, which is a nice little present that we got in the mail a little bit ago. And we will be doing a full test on this soon because it has also been requested on X7OG that we do a test on this, which is another Flask barrel kit. Which barrel kit is this, you ask? This is their brand new kit that Flask made. It is the micro barrel kit. Okay. Flask barrel bag. Just out of, I'm throwing this out here, just a little cool little contest. First person that can post what game this quote came out of, I'll send you a couple things, a couple pieces of paintball swag. It's not nothing going to be really big stuff, but I'll send you some cool stuff, t-shirt and stuff like that. The quote is, I'm going to put it down here as well. Now, please don't cheat. Don't go on the internet and Google this. The quote is from a game, and the quote is, "I'm not a Jedi, I'm just a man with a lightsaber and a lot of questions." First person that can post up which game that came out of, I'll send you some stuff. Send me your address. But we'll get to that when the time comes. Anyway, what we got here, let me show you the entirety of it here. What we got is basically 2.5-inch control board. Hope that was informative for you, especially Paladin, since you asked for it. And if you have any more questions, just post up in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. So let's move along to the second topic, which is a nice little present that we got in the mail a little bit ago. And we will be doing a full test on this soon because it has also been requested on X7OG that we do a test on this, which is another Flask barrel kit. Which barrel kit is this, you ask? This is their brand new kit that Flask made. It is the micro barrel kit. Okay. Flask barrel bag. Just out of, I'm throwing this out here, just a little cool little contest. First person that can post what game this quote came out of, I'll send you a couple things, a couple pieces of paintball swag. It's not nothing going to be really big stuff, but I'll send you some cool stuff, t-shirt and stuff like that. The quote is, I'm going to put it down here as well. Now, please don't cheat. Don't go on the internet and Google this. The quote is from a game, and the quote is, "I'm not a Jedi, I'm just a man with a lightsaber and a lot of questions." First person that can post up which game that came out of, I'll send you some stuff. Send me your address. But we'll get to that when the time comes. Anyway, what we got here, let me show you the entirety of it here. What we got is basically 2.5-inch control bores, okay? So this is your control bore right here, okay? That's all it is. That's what goes in the gun. That's what controls the bore. You have 2.5-inch control bore, whereas their older kits were the longer 9-inch barrels. I think this one's 11 inches, something like that. Maybe 11. I don't have a ruler around here or a tape measure, but it's around that. I believe when you put this on the end of it, it becomes 12 inches, I think. So it's something along that line. I hate screwing these things in because they're very loud. But so there you go. So you have your control bore, which is right here, and then the rest of this is barrel. Double ported here. These Flask barrels are really, really quiet. I was shooting them here in my basement and didn't even make a loud report. Especially if you get them double ported like this, and then you have an extension that's double ported, whew, you got a quiet barrel. So we have been asked, and we'll do this, to do a micro barrel test. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm not even going to use this piece, alright? I'm going to take one of these, and this is one of the new Flask barrel tips. It's pretty cool. I'm just going to do this. Put it on the marker and shoot it. I'm going to see what the difference is in velocities. I will do a paint match to bore match before I do it, so I'm getting, at best efficiency. And then what I'll do after that, we were going to do this last weekend, but the plans got changed when we didn't get to make it to the indoor field that we were going to. So this will be coming here soon. I'm going to also take this 2.5-inch control bore and put a 3-inch extension on it and then a tip, and do a test in comparison to the full Flask barrels. Okay. So you guys have that to look forward to. As soon as we get out to a indoor field, I know February 5th we will be going to Urban Assault Paintball, which is in it's in PA. I can't remember exactly where at in PA, but I'll post the link up to the website. They have what looks to be a really cool CQB indoor field. And they also have a X-ball type airball field that's indoors, so that's cool. We can go there. It's about an hour, 20 minutes away from us right now. So we'll see if we can get that there. We also are going to be doing a test of the Apex 2 trick shots. That was requested from X7OG as well. So we'll be getting all that done. I apologize for the delay and all that, but it's in the works here. Now, one last thing I'd like to mention about this kit, you do get the 5 control bores with it, okay? The sizes I have here are 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 690. So 678, 681, 84, 87, and 90. And then, of course, you have all this fun stuff. You can get any different myriad of barrels or of tips and extensions, porting, non-porting, M4 tips, G36 4-prong tips, anything, Apex tips, all that fun stuff. Flask will hook you up. So Flask micro barrel kit. Be looking for a video of this coming out really soon. Okay. On to the next topic. Kind of a throwback to the last episode where I had the G36 kit from Trinity. I got the grip in for my A5, so I'm going to show you what it looks like here. Okay, here's what we got. Alright, reason I'm showing you this now again, and one is just to show it off because it's a pretty marker, but you'll notice from the last time I actually shortened the mag, okay? The stock, when it comes, the mag comes down to about right here. Okay, so I cut about 1 inch to 2 inches off the initial mag, which kind of caused a problem. So if you guys get this kit and you're gonna mod your magazine, you have to watch out because these two fronts. Well, you see right here. I mean, I don't know if you can see it in the light, but there's no front screw here. Okay, there is on this side, and there's 2 back screws, but because of where it's cut, all that's right here is just the space in between the bullets, the fake bullets. So what I'm going to have to do, these two back ones are in really secure. They're not going anywhere because they actually go into the mechanism where it would drive up the airsoft pellets. But I'm just going to get a screw this size, put it in one end and put a nut on the other end and tighten it down. I mean, it's not going anywhere now. It does move up and down a little bit, but it doesn't go anywhere side to side. But I'll get that fixed before the first time I use it. So that's that. And there's one thing I noticed when I put the grip on this here. Look down here, you can see there's just a small little gap or where the stock comes down. I don't know if the Tippmann stock does this, but when I'm holding it, I have big hands as it is. This thing just digs into my skin. Now it's not going to bother me when I'm wearing my BT gloves, because those things are pretty cool. But right now, if you don't play with gloves and you get this kind of setup, you got to kind of watch, because this Trinity G36 stock, it'll eventually cause some damage if you jump on it the wrong way and slide or do something, jump into a tree the wrong way. It could do some damage because they are relatively sharp edges. So wear gloves, or I'm not sure about the Tippmann variant of this stock, but this one kind of sits down a little low. But that's all I really have to complain about, because this thing's just, I mean, it's dead sexy. I absolutely love it. Like I told you in the last video, G36 is by far one of my favorite assault rifles. It's in the top 3. But just wanted to show you guys that. I will be getting the rear sight as soon as Rockstar gets it in stock. I'm going to be leaving this red dot on here and trying to get it dialed in probably about 70 to 80 feet. And this season, and this will be coming up in a later topic in this video, this season I'm going to be running a lot of LPD, which we call it LPD on our team. It's Limited Paint Division. So I'll be running limited paint a lot. So I'll have a Tac-Cap, 50-round Tac-Cap. I bought a bunch of 50-round pods. I'll show you that later. But going to put this aside and move on to the next topic, which is something else I got in the mail this week. Valken. We're still sponsored by them, and they're getting a lot of cool gear out. Now, what I did, I'm a big guy. I don't play that much speedball, or if at all. I've only played speedball maybe 10 times in my life. Now, it's fun, don't get me wrong, I like it, but I didn't have really the gear to, the proper gear to play on the speedball field, I guess is the easiest way to say. So what I did, just went to Valken to see what their, I guess, I don't want to call it low-end tournament gear was, but it's their cheapest tournament gear. The Valken Exile, is it the Exile pod pack? I got a 4+6 or 4+7 pod pack. I think it's not a fancy design like a lot of their other stuff is. It's just basically black and white, which goes with our theme because black and white is our colors. So, as well as the Fate tournament pants. This is their basic first string, gear. Well, let me get it here and I'll show you. I'll show you the pod pack first. Okay, what we have here is their basic 4+, how much is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4+6 pod pack, okay? I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't worn very many pod packs in my time, but this pod pack is actually very, very comfortable. And I was surprised at that fact for the price that I got it. Let me open it up here. It's fully adjustable. Check this out. I gotta be rocking the Flask and rocking Thundercats. Ho! Yeah. Throwback. I watched Thundercats a lot when I was a kid. A very popular TV show. Anyway, check out the inside of this. Inside, extremely padded. And it's very nice gel type material. Awesome. I can't wait I actually cannot wait to play with this thing. So when I go to indoor courses, or if I'm feeling lazy and I don't want to have my tac vest on with a G36 or with my BAR or a gun that requires me to carry, you know, my vest or my tank on my back and stuff like that, I'm gonna be rocking this thing. But very, very comfortable. As you see here, the plastic straps comes right out. Good stuff. Push the pod up here. Elastic tops for the pods, so they come out easier when you release the strap. Now, I don't typically run pods in these little extra straps here. I find it useless. I know a lot of guys do when they're on, you know, speedball field and stuff like that. And I see a lot of people just pull the pod out, dump the paint, throw it. I'm not that kind of person. So I run pods that I can put back in after I use them. Now, in an instant, I'll throw them down, but you can better be sure I'm going to run back and get them as soon as the game's over. I know they're cheap and they're like $1.99 per pod, but they're my pods and I want them back. So this is the pod pack. Awesome pod pack. I like it a lot. Rating, it does, well, for aesthetic value, it doesn't have all the cool like art design that most of their gear has, but I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I have war packs from Jedi and stuff like that. Of course, they're from Jedi and big companies like that. Of course, Valken is a big company, but Jedi has really comfortable pod packs as well. But this one I like. 8 out of 10. Now, that's the Exile pod pack from Valken. It comes in a bunch of different, you can get a bunch of different pod amounts. There's like 3+7 and stuff like that. Now, I just got this in. These as well, these are the Fate pants, okay? And as you can see, I mean, there's nothing really that stands out on them, okay? You have your gray and white Valken logo here on the side. Very, very thin material, and when I put these on the first time, they're comfortable. I like them a lot. They actually kind of remind me of jeans, if that makes any kind of sense. But they're you know, they're hardcore. They're meant to take it. Now you have a padded knee pad right here, okay, and of course you have the adjustable waist. They come in anywhere from small all the way up to 5XL, I think. And of course, you're going to be paying a little bit more for 5XL pants because those are big pants. But then, of course, you have the swab pocket here to put that in. But really, guys, that's all there is to these pants. And of course, you have the two side pockets right here. They're pretty deep pockets. You can put your stuff in and. Basic down here on the leg, you can tighten it around the ankle, which is pretty cool. And you got a little bit of nut protection. You gotta protect the boys, so you got a little bit of crotch padding there. But like I said, honestly, guys, these are for the price. They're basic, and then it's elastic and meshed in through the crotch area and wherever you'd be sweating. But here's the back of them. You got the Valken logo on the back there. For the price, if you're just wanting to get like a nice pair of rec pants, like I did, I didn't want to spend $70 to $100 on a pair of pants or more if I was going to just be playing indoors with them every winter or so, 3 times a year, if that. So I opted for these, and I actually really like them. Like I said, they're comfortable, and these as well. Give them an 8 out of 10. They're comfortable. They provide medium protection in knee and crotchal region. So definitely check them out. They're really cool pants. I like them. So 8 out of 10. Valken, Exile, and Fate. Moving on to the next topic. Limited paint. I know a ton of ballers now who are switching over. A lot is probably to do with the economy. It's rough right now. Everyone knows that. Moving over to pumps, pistols, and things of that nature. And if they have A5s, markers like that, moving over to Tac-Caps. What is a Tac-Cap, you may ask? I shall show you, because I just got it in this week as well. from Rockstar Tactical, where I get all my tactical goods. Here's the Tac-Cap, okay? Something simple, goes right in the Cyclone, alright? It has 3 different levels. You have, I think, 20, 30, and 50, I think. Something, it's along those lines. You can look up the numbers. I'll post up the link from Rockstar. But in this state, it's 50 round Tac-Cap, okay? And this thing is really tough to get off, but there you go. I mean, that's all it is. It just goes right down the it goes right down the Cyclone. It's just a little stovepipe. That's all. But it helps you conserve on paint. If you haven't tried pump, pistol, or limited paint, stuff like this, give it a try. You might like it. I thought I would hate it at first, until the first game I ran pistol only, and this is back when I first bought my TPX, and I will post a video to the link of the first game that I ever ran pistol only. I went out with 4 mags, 1 in the gun, 3 on my belt. I had an absolute blast. Not only does playing pump and pistol and limited paint, not only does it help your accuracy, but you learn so much more about, this is going to sound weird, about the fundamentals of the game, because that's how the game started. You know, back then they didn't have 250 round hoppers and guns that shoot 50 balls a second. They had nail spots and stuff like that had 8 rounds or such in it, and that's how they played. And I see a lot of people going back to the fundamentals of the game like that. And you know, you can get the T2s and the pumps and stuff like that you can put a normal hopper on. And you know what? Sometimes you can rip with the pump gun too. I've went through a hopper and a pump gun as fast as I would with a semi-automatic marker. It's kind of scary what you can do when you get in a pinch and people are rushing you. But I'm really trying to hone my skills this year. And that's why I bought this, so I can put on my A5, my 98, and my X7. A5's the G36, my X7 is the BAR, and my 98 Custom is my Thompson M1. All of them have the Cyclones, that's why I'm going to run it. Now, I got these to complement these. They're just, I think they're GXG. Yeah, GXG, Gen X Global. 50 round pods. And I'm going to be getting a special setup for my vest so I can run these. Right now, I still have this stuff on the 4 pod holders on my back. But trying to grab one of these out of the pod holder with the other one in it, that's not going to be fun. So I'm going to get a special setup to run these. But yeah, I got these in a package deal from Rockstar. $5.99 for 4. Let me check. $7.29. Sorry, $7.29 for 4 50 round pods from Rockstar. So I will be doing a lot of that. You'll be seeing a lot of limited paint this year when we start into the Mission Master season. Now, when we get to games like Castle Conquest, Living Legends, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to be rocking a lot of paint because we're going to be out there for a while and I'm going to need it. But in Mission Masters games around here locally, and you know what, maybe even once or twice at Castle, if I'm running low on paint, I'll switch over to my pump, which is another custom gun. The most in the Gaunt Phantom I have is bolt action. You guys might have seen it in our pump day video. But that's that limited paint. If you haven't tried it, try it out. You might like it. And if you have any questions about limited paint play, post a comment. Shoot me a message here on YouTube or join our forums and talk to us all about it because we all play pump. It's really fun. Next topic. Drawing near to the end. No more products to show you right now. I'll have a little bit more maybe next week, but just wanted to let everyone know that we are now sponsored by Gorilla Air. We got it finalized, and we're going to be rocking Gorilla tanks and Myth regs for this season, 2011 season. So I want to give a shout out to Gorilla Air for sponsoring us, and hopefully we can. What's that? Varnell's getting on Black Ops. Hopefully, you know, we can rock them and promote them. That's the word I was looking for. Promote them to the best of our ability. So, Gorilla Air, very nice, great success. Okay. Next topic, last topic of this episode. We have reached our 1,000 subscriber on YouTube. I wasn't aware of this. Varnell posted it up earlier this week. I think we've surpassed the 1,000 mark. We might be like 1,005 now or something like that. Let me check. But I want to just thank you guys, really. I never thought when Varnell, Tanix, and myself, back in 2005, fall of 2005, we got this idea to create a team, and it was in our backyard, my backyard, just right out here. We were taking some stage shots of us in our milsim gear. We were all decked out in Spec Ops. Varnell again. We were all decked out in our Spec Ops Fusion and Spec Ops Marauder gear. We had we had all matching V-Force masks. I had a 98 custom with an Ops gear Barrett 50 caliber kit on it. Varnell had the original Ops gear G36 kit, and Tanix had an MP5 kit on his marker. And we just sat down, we were chilling after we'd take the shots. It was evening. We were talking about how cool it would be to be able to do all this stuff. And since then, man, I look back, it's been a long road, but it's because of you guys. You know, we have been able to expand. We've been able to get all these cool sponsors. Our team has grown immensely. It's awesome. And I hope to be able to bring you guys more videos and reviews and everything that I can and anything that we can as a team in the future. And hold on just a second. What you want, nutsack?
Penis Henry.
Say hello to YouTube because I'm filming right now.
Penis Henry.
I'll be on in a little bit.
Alright.
Peace.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Varnell says goodbye. Peace. Alright. But yeah, 1,000 subs. We are actually at 1,000 right now. So, awesome. Really appreciate you guys. I'm going to be doing another background for it soon. So that brings me to my final topic along this last topic, the subtopic of this topic. 1,000 subscribers leads us to another contest. So, I've been telling you guys that once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will be doing a very special contest. I don't know if I really want to reveal. I'm not going to reveal what the prize is going to be yet. I'll do that in another video. We're going to have a first place and second place winner, and both the prizes are going to be pretty cool. So, thank you guys. I really appreciate everything. And if you're still listening, you're awesome. But like I said, I'll be posting all that stuff, all the links to what I've been mentioning here, as well as the times for the different topics. And let's just keep in touch. We will have more videos coming soon, gameplay videos when we go to Urban Assault, another place called Crazy Dave's. We're going to have all that stuff, FPS videos and the Apex trick shot videos and Flask micro kit. We're going to be doing a First Strike video this summer. So, thank you guys. We'll see you on the field. Peace!